Once upon a time.
No, it doesn't start like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You probably know who I am. Well, I'm a famous historical figure. I was a French military and ruler. That's right, my name is Napoleon Bonaparte. Right now I'm in St. Helena, a small island located in the Atlantic Ocean. The nearest coast to 1,500 kilometers of distance. Oh, they forgot to change the Wi-Fi password. Let's talk about me. You see, I'm not short. The thing is, when I die in 5 years, my body will be measured in French units at 157 centimeters. But in reality, in modern day units, I'm 170 centimeters. So, it's not my fault, it's their fault. And besides, that painter, James Guillory, he decided to take inspiration from Gulliver's Travels. Like, who does that? So then, he decided to paint me like I was short. So that's why everyone thinks I'm short. Also, the French military had to be 178 centimeters, so they made me look small as well. I'm not short. I'm not short. I was a bit fat though. Not in my teen years, but then I just let myself go. Oh yeah, my hand. No, it wasn't deformed, and no, my stomach didn't hurt. It was a sign of respect and politeness. The historical characters did the same, like Simon Bolivar, Karl Marx, Joseph Stalin, Abraham Lincoln, and George Washington. The rise of Napoleon to the power. In 1796, I led a French army that defeated large armies of Austria in a series of battles in Italy. The following year, the Directory offered to let me lead an invasion of England. I determined that France's naval forces were not ready to go up against the superior British Royal Navy. Instead, I, the great smart person I am, proposed an invasion of Egypt to wipe out British trade routes with India. Of course we won against Egypt's military rulers at the Battle of the Pyramids in July 1798. However, somehow by some sort of miracle, my forces were stranded after my naval fleet was nearly destroyed entirely by the British Army at the Battle of the Nile in 1798. In early 1799, my army launched an invasion on Syria, but that didn't go as planned, so we won't talk about that. That summer, with the political situation in France marked by uncertainty, the ever-ambitious and cunning Napoleon, that's what they used to call me, decided to abandon my army in Egypt and return to France. When Napoleon takes power. In November 1799, in an event known as the Coup of the 18th Brumaire, I was part of a group that successfully overthrew the French Directory. The Directory was replaced with a 3-member consulate. I became the first consul, making me France's leading political figure. In June 1800, at the Battle of Marengo, my superior and greater forces defeated one of France's longtime enemies, the Austrians, and drove them out of Italy. My supreme victory helped cement my position as first consul. Napoleon is dictator! I believed in a very strong, centralized government. I reintroduced censorship and imprisonment without trial, and ruled mainly by my own laws. Although there were elected legislative bodies, but they had no real power. Many people did follow me willingly. I was a very strong ruler, and France was organized and stable under my rule. My rule was oppressive, especially to women. The rights they had gained during the revolution, I stripped them from them. Napoleon is emperor. In May 1804, I was proclaimed emperor, and a coronation ceremony was held on December 2nd of the same year at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Did you know? Jacques-Louis David's initial sketch of the coronation of Napoleon, that's me. Represented me, myself, and I in the act of crowning myself. The final painting shows the crowning of an empress though. It presents a nobler, less authoritarian image of me. Catastrophe in Russia! Oh, I hate this part. It's like a horror movie. Well, that gives me an idea. I shall narrate this like it's a horror movie. The snow came down. Men froze and horses starved. The last lap of the almost 2-month trek back to Vilnius was the worst of all. The soldiers barely managed the crossing of the Berezina River over 2 frail bridges, and there were perhaps only as few as 50,000 Half-stunned survivors of the Grand Army staggered on through icy temperatures towards the town, man after man tumbling with their lifeless faces downwards into a snow-filled ditch, never to rise again. God, this was terrible. I wasn't scared, for I am Napoleon the Great. But for you viewers' sanity and well-being, the rest of the story will be saved for another video. Don't want scaring you guys off before the end of the video. You still haven't heard my tips on how to overrule the government yet, have you? The 100 Days. After my defeat in the Battle of Leipzig, I retreated to France and Paris was captured. On April 6, 1814, I was exiled to Elba, a Mediterranean island off the coast of Italy. On February 26, 1850, after less than a year in exile, I escaped to Elba and sailed to the French mainland with a group of more than 1,000 supporters. On March 20th, I returned to Paris, where I was welcomed by cheering crowds. The new king, King Louis XVIII, fled and I started what eventually became to be known as my 100 Days campaign. In June 1815, I invaded Belgium, where British and Prussian troops were stationed. On June 16th, my troops defeated the Prussians at the Battle of Ligny. However, 2 days later, on the 18th of June, at the Battle of Waterloo. Waterloo. Oh, Waterloo. It was a disaster, a mess. I have nightmares every night. It still haunts me to this day. I commanded the French army. We were just 120,000 soldiers against 230,000 coming from Prussia, England, Holland, and Germany. My forces were defeated by the British and Prussians. This signaled the end of my glorious reign, and the end of France's domination in Europe. After Waterloo, I was kicked out of the throne and later exiled to St. Helena Island, where I am right now, and died on the 5th of May, 1821.
Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Ni le bien qu'on m'a fait, ni le mal, tout ça m'est bien égal. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. C'est payé, balayé, oublié. Je me fous du passé. Avec mes souvenirs, j'ai allumé le feu. Mes chagrins, mes plaisirs, je n'ai plus besoin de balayer les amours avec leur trémolo, balayer pour toujours. Je repars à zéro. Non.